Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. My name is Necroxus. Last time, we did lots of things. We started out helping the normal citizenry. Eventually we found out that the XIV, which are the birdmen, were threatening to destroy the Guardian Tree, which was the first tree of the 12's Wood. Its destruction would have driven the elementals crazy and probably destroyed all of Gridania, so we stopped that. In the process, we encountered the masked mage, who was a man in a black cloak. We fought him and his void scent, which is kind of like a demon that he summoned to fight us. We killed him, but his body seemed to disintegrate into darkness, and he left a dark crystal behind, which also kind of dissolved away into darkness. Reporting our victory back to the leader of the archers, we were then met by the leader of Gridania, the Elder Seed Seer, Kan E Senna, who thanked us for our service and offered us a prominent place in the upcoming new festival that's coming up. And now we're here at Mother Mion to learn what we have to do in preparation for that. So, here we go, and let's find out what I have to do. Well, if it isn't the Emissary himself. Had I known you were coming, I would have baked a pie. You are truly full of surprises, Roarend. Next you'll be telling me you're one of the Warriors of Light. Ha! Spoilers. Back from a half-decade-long holiday. Let's speak of preparations. As you doubtless already know, Green Bliss is an age-old ceremony for strengthening the bond between man and elemental. These days, though, the name also refers to the festival at large. In the ceremony, the Emissary serves as a conduit, a bridge between the people and the Guardians of the 12's Wood. Suffice to say, it is no small responsibility, nor does the Elder Seed Seer choose mankind's representative on a whim. Seldom in history have non-Forestborn been chosen for the role, which should give you an idea of the magnitude of the honor which you've been accorded. For your part, you are required to wear a ceremonial artifact, which is currently in keeping of Timbermaster Beaton. Go to the Carpenter's Guild, collect it from the man, then return to me for further instructions. So we're back to collecting stuff. We're going to the Timbermaster's Guild? The Carpenter's Guild, I suppose, which is just a little hop, skip, and a jump away up here, so you should get that real fast. Yeah, I think this is it, right? Yep. So it should be in here. Sweet. Where's the guy with... Here we are. The Guildmaster. So you are the emissary to be. Mion sent word you'd be coming to collect the ceremonial artifact. The good news is that it's ready, painstakingly crafted by these very hands, and from the rarest materials. Take it, along with this warning. Get so much as a scratch on the thing, and I shall make an unceremonial artifact out of you. Shit. Don't be such a dick, Beaton, or I'll be giving you a beating. I am, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am exceptionally clever at everything I ever say and do. Just FYI. Also, yeah, I did some more archer stuff. I got a new coat, and I got a new bow. Going back to a more shorter looking bow, instead of the long bow that I had. But, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Alright, Mother, what shall we do next? Back from your trip to the Carpenter's Guild, let's see what you have in that box. Ah, this is by far the finest Manoa mask I've ever laid eyes on. The Timbermaster has truly outdone himself this time. In case you didn't mention, the mask is crafted from concentrated lumber rendered by the Guardian Tree, solely for use in the ceremony. In other words, it's priceless. Mother bids you to handle it with care. And with that, your preparations are complete. This venue should just about be in order. If you have any questions, now the time's to ask. This is the mask that I'm not going to use because it's just for request and not very good. Renewing the Covenant. Mion has some final words of advice to offer regarding your role in the Green Bliss. Now that you have the Manoa mask, all that's left is to participate in the ceremony. Perchance you are feeling nervous, but never fear. Despite all the pomp surrounding the role, there is really nothing to fear for being emissary. All you are required to do is wear the mask, stand up straight, and look dignified. The more involved aspects of the proceedings will be handled by others. Simple, no? The ceremony will be held at... Mikaheto's Amphitheater. When you are ready, make yourself known to the caretaker, a woman named Estain. Oh, and be sure to wear your mask, or she may not recognize you. Now off you go, Roarend, and good luck! Alright, going to the amphitheater, which, is in Old Gridania, I believe. Yeah, where is it? Right there, next to the trader. So I have to put the mask on. Oops. Ooh, I'm a spooky scary! Alright, let's go to just says trader, but what is... Oh, the amphitheater. This one. So this is interesting, because you do come to the ceremony if you play the other zones, but I don't think you participate in it. So they're kind of converging all the intros together. But in this one, you actually play a part, which I don't think you do in the other ones, but it's been so long that maybe you do and I forgot. Ah, you must be the Emissary. I see you have come prepared, that is well. I've been instructed to escort you to your place. Please follow me.
Look! The Ul'dah Seesia.
12 bless her hearts!
Yay! Oh, it's our Kopo. It's our Moogle friend. As you can tell, this very much seems like a end of intro zone quest.
May he find favor with the elementals. This radiance. Could it be a crystal of light?
Oh, shit.
Tell me true. Has the Mother Crystal revealed herself to you? Did you bask in her light?
That's right, girl. I'm a chosen Heidelin.
Have you, perchance, experienced sensations akin to ether sickness of late? That Heidelin would speak directly to this man. There once were dauntless adventurers who fought in the name of Eorzea.
Oh, original Final Fantasy XIV backstory. Here we go.
When the primals threatened to bleed the land dry, these brave men and women rose to face them. When the Garlean Empire resumed its war of conquest, they rushed to the realm's defense. And when it was foretold that Dalamud would fall, they fought with all their strength to deliver us from certain doom.
I believe we've heard Dalamud before. It was... how should I explain this without giving too much away? Because they do reveal more. It was a moon that was in orbit above Eorzea. And it was foretold that it would crash into the planet.
Yet as strong and as brave as they were, they, like so many, disappeared amidst the flames at Cartano.
And the battle at Cartano was essentially the final battle between the forces of Eorzea and the Garlean Empire, which is when the calamity happened, which was when the moon crashed into the planet.
None have forgotten the heroes who gave all for the sake of a realm not their own. Yet when we try to recall their names, we find the pages of our memories are blank, as if bleached by the sun.
Yeah, it's interesting. No one in the world can remember the names of the heroes who fought alongside all the forces against the Garlean Empire when the calamity occurred.
And when we try to recall their faces, we see them only in silhouette, as if they stood betwixt us and a blinding glare. Hence have these heroes come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Beholding you, illuminated by the glow of the crystal, I could not help but be reminded of them.
That foreshadowing, though.
The crystal has chosen you for a purpose. Trust to its guiding light, and all shall be revealed to you in good time. Though none can say for certain what the future will bring, it is my belief that you may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm. For the power of the echo resides within you.
Oh shit! We have the power of the echo, boys and girls! This is some awesome music. Oh, I forgot they show this.
Flames to the fore!
These are the, we're gonna learn soon, but these are the three leaders of the factions. Well, Raban is like one half of the leadership of Ul'dah. The other one is, we'll meet her soon.
Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
He's basically the general of their army, but he's like the co-leader, kind of?
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas.
I love her. She is like one of my favorite characters in Final Fantasy XIV. She's a badass pirate queen.
Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
She uses guns. I love pirates that use guns as a weapon in like a fantasy setting. She's so cool.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
They were essentially overseeing the final battle.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Oh gosh.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the 7th hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you?
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Sogin Moise Donzul.
Oh, shit. I don't know, should I read this or just let people read it on their own? I'll just let people read it. It has its own voice. But that's the first reference to Bahamut.
Logalo, Asawad Daken Bet Mubut. Imarat Way, Kiskat Toga Hats Wadadorns. Sees Nigem. Feastun the only Lamra in Sadai Dawn.
Do they show the cutscene here? I don't remember. They might not. Oh, they don't. Okay. I wanted to make sure before I said more about this event. Ah, look who's back in the land of the living. You mean to say you don't remember a thing? You collapsed in the middle of the ceremony, gave us all a good fright. So we carried you back here. I must say you're heavier than you look. You hardly stopped of late. Your exertions must have caught up with you. But you adventurers are nothing if not resilient. Seeing that the worst is past, I shall take my leave, return to my duties. Thanks, Mother. Oh, I almost forgot. The Elder Seedseer told me she'd like to see you when you felt well enough. The gentle soul was almost as worried about you as I was, bless her. When you're back on your feet, be sure to visit her at the Lotus Stand. I have the Steve Brule syndrome where I put extra R's and stuff because it sounds funnier. So, I believe that they tell you, but it's not a super big spoiler. And it gives a little bit more context to what just happened. Those with the power of the Echo, which Kan E Senna just revealed to us we have, they essentially... I can't recall if it's everything or just very significant moments. It might be everything. They have the power to see into the memories of people and events that were significant. So, we were looking essentially into... Actually, I don't know where I'm going. Where's the closest thing? The Conjurer's Guild. We were essentially looking into Kan E Senna's memories during the Battle of Gridania, which was the final battle before the calamity occurred. And I mean, I think it's pretty safe to assume you could probably guess at this point what the calamity actually was, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to explain more until they reveal it in the story. Ah, you are Roran Fadeleaf, are you not? I bid you welcome, sir. The Elder Seedseer left word you would be joining her at the Lotus Stand. May I show you in? Yep. The Silent Conjurers are basically her bodyguards. Or the Silent Ones, I think is what they're called. I have looked forward to your coming, Roran, but tell me, are you recovered? I am most glad of that. Now, I hope you will not doubt the earnestness of my concern, but I would ask a favor of you. Nor can I deny that I summoned you here in part with this in mind. Know, however, that I proceed only upon the understanding that you are rested and well. Ah, Kan E Senna is so nice. Yay! Level 20. Oh, I got another ability too. I got one off camera, repelling shot. I basically do a backflip. It's kind of like disengage, but I think I just got a new roll. Increases the movement speed of yourself and nearby party members as long as they remain within distance. Thank you for hearing me out. Kan E Senna would entrust you with the task of great importance. I have written a letter to my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Gridania and the calamity that followed claimed countless souls and left countless more bereft and alone. In the dark days that followed, many survivors who thought themselves less fortunate than the dead. 5 years have come and gone, but the land and the people still bear the wounds of the devastation. Nor are we any closer to learning the fate of the Warriors of Light. Yet, so long as we live, we must never give up hope. We owe this to those who laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. In remembrance of them, a memorial service will soon be held upon the anniversary of the Battle of Gridania. This missive bears the details of that service. You graciously accepted the part of Emissary in the recent ceremony. Should you be so willing, I would now make you my envoy, and have you bear my message to our allies. Your dedication to the people of Gridania rouses fond memories in me, and I would choose no other for the role. Will you do me this favor? I still have the dumb mask on, I forgot. I humbly thank you. As you are no doubt aware, our partners in the Eorzean Alliance lie some considerable distance away, nor are Ul'dah and Limsa Lominsa close to one another. Yet fear not, for I have no intention of subjecting you, my own newly anointed envoy, to a journey which would take weeks by land. No, I mean for you to travel by air. We got airships, boys! Receive me of this airship pass. With it, you shall make use of the skyways that connect the 3 city-states of the Alliance. The airship landing is situated upon the lower floor of the Carline canopy. Simply show your pass, and you will be permitted to the departure area. Before you embark upon your journey, however, you would do well to seek the worldly wisdom of Mion. Few firstborn Gridanians know more of the lands beyond the 12 Wood than she. In better times, airships were available for the convenience of one and all. Alas, the risk that our crafts may fall to Imperial attacks has forced a reduction in the number of flights. Consequently, it has become necessary to restrict air travel only to those whose need is great. Such individuals may petition the relevant parties to be issued an air pass. As you may have deduced, I myself am one such party. Yet I was not alone in desiring that you be granted the privileges of air travel. Such is the potential that you show. We have no doubt that you will reward our faith in you, Rorend. By the power vested in me, I bid you journey forth as my envoy into the great realm of Eorzea. Walk her field, brave her seas, and strive to know her better. And wherever you go, go without fear, for the path shall be ever revealed to those who are true of heart. Guided by the crystal's light, set forth and discover your destiny. Interesting. So I was waiting until that event was done before I would say this, but in the other starting zone, when I came to that ceremony that I was the emissary for, also, hold on. I don't want this anymore. You don't participate, but you speak to the twins, whose names you don't yet know, I believe, that we arrived here with on the original merchant's carriage. You speak with them at the ceremony as you're watching it happen. And you speak with the male one. The female one's not really saying much. And he essentially tells you the same thing as Kan E Senna. Yeah. I don't really want to say more. I don't remember if you learned their names then, but because we didn't learn their names now, I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. So it's interesting how it's slightly different. 'Tis good to see you open again, Rorend. Tell me, did you pay the Elder Seedseer a visit as I bade? Yeah, girl, we're the personal appointed envoy. And now you are to bear the Elder Seedseer's missive to our allies. Well, it seems you've made an impression on the great woman. I can't argue with her judgment, though. You've earned this honor with tireless hard work, and anyone who says you don't deserve it had better not do so in my hearing. I find myself praising you so often of late, but Mother is truly proud of you. Short a warrior of light, I can imagine no better adventurer to represent us, and that, my lad, is some compliment. But I flattered you enough for one day, and I don't want you to get your head too big, or you'll struggle to lug it around the realm. Speaking of which, Eorzea is a big place. Now that you have an airship, you can really start to broaden your horizons. The sky is quite literally the limit. Even if your errand didn't call for it, I would strongly suggest visiting the two other city-states in the Alliance before you go anywhere else. They are, of course, Limsa Laminsa, the city of pirates, and Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert. Once you've acquainted yourself with them, you can turn your sights on whichever less trodden region takes your fancy. The calamity changed the face of Eorzea, and much of her now lies in shadow, beyond man's ken. It's a veritable playground for a wide-eyed adventurer like your good self. Mind you, it won't be all fun and games. Each nation faces its share of problems, from internal strife to conflict with the beast tribes and their primals. So don't be too surprised if you find yourself embroiled in the odd, unsavory situation on your travels. But no matter what difficulties you encounter, I am confident that you will pull through and emerge stronger for the experience. These are interesting times for Eorzea, Rorend. It's been 5 years now since the calamity, but folks are finally beginning to look to the future. A period of great change is upon us, and you have a part to play in it. And if that prospect doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. Yeah! And we are out of here. We are going downstairs to the airship bay. Greetings, good sir. This is the reservation counter for Limsa Laminsa bound flights. Oh, you are Rorend oh god, I can't even know my own character's name. Oh, are you not Rorend Fadeleaf, the other Seedseer's personal envoy? We at High Wind Skyways are honored to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Hell yeah. I noticed the soundtrack playing right now is very similar to Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings soundtrack or OST from Hobbiton when they leave at the beginning of the movie. Let us get on that airship. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Limsa Laminsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. I am the only one. Farewell, Roarend. One day, minstrels will sing of your deeds. May you walk ever in the light of the crystal. Oh, God, I teared up at that. I'm such a fucking baby. I'm such a baby when they show, like, all the characters that you quested alongside showing up and saying goodbye to you. That always gets me right in the feels. Castrum Occidens, present day. Oh, damn.
15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
God, I forgot that they already talk about Midgard Zormer this early in the game. Remember that name and that dragon, because it is he is super important to the later parts of the story. I forgot all about that cutscene. Interesting.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Oh, shit! I forgot they showed this so early! Oh.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Ul'dah, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume? Silence. Your denials will not change your fate.
Ooh, Nero found the spy!
I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
Yeah, he has a gunblade.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Oh, all the Final Fantasy fans out there, all the references! Bahamut, the gunblades, Magitech. I got some ribblies in my jumblies. We made it! Limsa, the city of pirates. Yeah, so this is one of the other two capitals in the game. I believe in this quest we visit both of them. While this loads, I just want to make sure. I think so. Yeah, we do. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so. Oh, how do I... Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Limsa, my lord. Admiral... Oh, I've never been able to pronounce her last name. Bluffswin? Admiral Bluffswin? Melwood Bluffswin? Her name is a nightmare. But she's super cool! You are the Gridanian envoy? Welcome to Limsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to up the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to the Bulwark Hall. Once there, speak with Xanthale. He'll be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Yeah, Bulwark Hall. So essentially we're meeting with the two leaders of the faction. To talk about basically a memorial ceremony about the Battle of Cartano. So they can do kind of like a nice little ceremony to honor all those who have fallen. Greetings, sir. Welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yep. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please, step this way. Time to meet the pirate queen. Time to meet the cool faction leader. I love her.
Enter. I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
She, I believe she has the same voice as Knight Commander Meredith from Dragon Age 2. For those of you who played that. A memorial service to honor the fallen. Hell, 7 hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean Alliance anew, but Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nael Van Darnus, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cartano Flats and there met with the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like that, like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But, though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged creature, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the Elder Primal Bahamut, bent on making an eighth hell of Eorzea. So scared my dog's barking. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas if the whole world was burning. Words well cannot describe this scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steel myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis Sois still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on the unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only for the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim of Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short and none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. I, Kan E Senna, has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Yeah, Melwood. You're the best! Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Elder Seedseer receives my reply. You traveled next to Ul'dah, yes? Pray, give my regards to General Raban. Oh, and tell him the wolf's been sniffing around the tables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Rorend. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Thanks, Admiral. So she had a pretty big lore drop there. The Battle of Cartano ended when Dalamud broke open and revealed to be the shell of Bahamut, the Elder Primal, who the Empire used in something called the Meteor Project to try and basically destroy Eorzea, so that they could so the Empire could essentially reclaim the ashes as their own. But something happened. A blinding white light shrouded the battlefield. All of those who survived were saved. Bahamut was gone, as was Archon Louis Sois, who we've heard that name several times now. They really haven't gone into who he was yet. Suffice it to say, he was incredibly important, and we will learn more as time goes on. Alright. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers of Ul'dah. A pleasure to serve you again, sir. Are you ready to board the airship? Yes. I want to go to Ul'dah, and then we shall end this most cuttiest of cutscenes of episodes once we speak to General Raban. And I believe we're going to see the other ruler of Ul'dah as well. Well, she is the ruler, but Raban is like her general who has a lot of power as well. It's a little complicated. Limsa Laminsa, the city of pirates, and now we're on Ul'dah, the jewel of the desert. Now this is the city that I'm very familiar with, because this is where my main has his class trainer and is where I leveled up, so I know most of the landscape around here. So we are not going to meet the Flame General Raban, and see what happens next. Once this loads in. I know there's a lot of loading screens right now, but we essentially have traveled from... It's basically if you went from, like, Stormwind to Orgrimmar to Dalaran in, like, one quest chain. So... Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Yep. I'm out of here. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. We've been expecting you. Flame General Raban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Husting Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Alright. Husting Strip. Yes. The Steps of Thal. Alright. We are going to the normal place, right? Yeah? Okay, yeah. This is where we will be coming back here many times. I think, in fact, Ul'dah is probably the city that you come to the most out of the three capitals. The Gridanian envoy, I presume. Would you be so good to allow me to inspect the missive you bear? My thanks. Ah, yes, the seal of the Elder Seedseer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kan E says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Raban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
God, Raban is so cool. What a badass. Cartano. Ah, yeah, I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garleans? So, my counterparts have educated you. Oh. Trust Merlwyb to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. 'Tis only a matter of time before they bite. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by the legatus Solus Zos Galibus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabar to heel, and so the legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire upon which sets its sights upon Eorzea. I added too many upons in that sentence, but whatever. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion, the 14th, Final Fantasy 14, is still entrenched within our borders. I'm never going to stop being a goofus, everyone. Legatus Gaius van Baelsar has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us. And not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Laminsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which brought us together. Kan E will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. I don't believe we meet the Sultana yet. The Elder Seatseer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Yay! We've met all the leaders. Well, we have yet to meet the Sultana, but we've met almost all the leaders of the factions. There aren't really enemy factions in this game. All the players are from the Eorzean Alliance, if that hasn't been made clear yet. There is PvP in the game still, though. I'm not going to be doing it because I don't care to, but... You may now make use of the airship routes connecting the 3 nations. Before you may board a ship, you must pay the requisite fare in Gil. One more quest. Bartholomew has information that may be of interest to you. Ah, my Lord Envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Laminsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which I became well acquainted with the Bateron, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Bateron would be doubtless pleased you were to offer your services. Yep. So, we essentially got the big lore drops, and now we're not back to the boring stuff, but we're back to being the normal adventurer. Final Fantasy XIV is strange in the beginning because we have yet to do a dungeon, but now they're going to throw 3 dungeons at us almost right in a row. I forget how to get to the airship from here. But either way, I'm going to end the episode here, and the next time we meet, I'll be in Limsa Laminsa at the next part of the quest. Dungeons are interesting because they're quite long. They could fill an entire episode. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do them recording-wise yet, because not all of them are really relevant to the story. I'll show off the first one, and then I'll see how it goes from there, reception-wise, because many of the earlier ones aren't part of the overall story, so I don't really know how relevant they are, but you have to do them for the main quest chain. So, we'll see, but until then, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed all of the lore drops and the cutscenes in this episode. There are a lot of these in Final Fantasy XIV. There are going to be a lot of episodes like this, where there's just story cutscene after story cutscene after story cutscene, and they drop a lot of story on you, because this is an RPG. This is an actual RPG, and it's great. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and I'll see you next time. Until then, stay awesome. Once again. What? There we go. Farewell.